The big part about green is that the root is fastened to the ground. Green has got some advantage because you're absorbing sunlight right until the time you terminate that. And I didn't terminate that this year until 2 weeks after I planted the beans. By the time the rye quit soaking up sun and doing photosynthesis and putting carbon in the ground and the other things that it does, the sugars, the beans are already established and their roots are starting to grow. So we didn't have that void in there where nothing was working in our soil, and I think that's a big plus. I have planted in rye that's been 5 feet tall. The reason I leave rye is to protect the soil, capture carbon, feed the bacteria and the bugs in the ground, and then to shade the ground and have some protection for weeds. I haven't had troubles with white mold as of yet, and I think that can be attributed to the fact that I've got enough cover that white mold is a soil-borne disease, and I think the cover helps that ground from splashing up and spreading that disease into the beans. I've been utterly amazed what has happened. The conditions of the soil, erosion is basically nil. Being able to take an inch of water in sometimes less than a minute is very important to me. We don't know when we're going to get that 1, 2, 3 inches of rain. So if we can hold it in the ground and it gets dry, then the ground has more resilience. It can survive that little drought and hopefully be able to level off those bumps in our weather, you know, that we can't control. But we can control what we do. The benefits and the challenges that I see of planting green. The biggest challenge is mental, to wrap your mind around what you want to do. But what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? I think of the people downstream that have nothing to do when they get washed out with a flood, and that really concerns me. The benefits I see: water holding capacity, weed suppression. Is it going to work perfect every year? Probably not, but as we learn, as our soil becomes more resilient and more forgiving, I think that'll even make it better. If you're thinking of planting green, get involved in a peer group. It's gone from nothing to, in this Proby area, several thousand acres that are planted into rye with beans. And I like to see other people succeed. What I've learned from planting green is Mother Nature is a powerful tool, and she loves to have things green.